really, really ridiculously tired.
So today I'm getting the results of a cognitive test that I've had done. Now, I did the cognitive test when I was, just like I am now, underslept. I don't think this is going to be as inspiring as Stephen Bartlett's vlog, is it? I think the rate at which we've grown this year, people talk about imposter syndrome and things like that, and it has been, in particular, having my elevation mastermind where you've got people in there already doing millions a year, genuinely getting value. From a mindset point of view, it takes a bit of catching up to be like, wow, wait a minute, am I helping you? Does this, it's really weird. It's like Nat, who's going to be on the podcast today, turns over millions, employs 80 people in her business. Got somebody else who's in the mastermind, helped scale a business from 10 million a year to 100 million. Now, we was on a call the other day and she was literally like, Matt, this has been so useful. In fact, she said a really lovely line to me. She said, watching you go from the student to the master has been one of my favourite things to witness. That was such a nice line.
If I was getting Matt's service right now, the first thing that I would ask him is, in a field like mine where my service is me and what I do, obviously I've only got so many hours in a day, so there'll become a point where I can't sell my time anymore. And in a service-based industry, how do I get to a point where I can get someone else on board to do that?
Ultimately, the best thing I would say about hiring, and it's really tricky, I don't say this flippantly, you've got to hire before you're ready to hire. Because if you don't, you never will. That you'll always think, I can't quite afford it, but it's like the thing that enables you to afford somebody is the person you hire. So I think the sooner you can bring people on and start teaching them and bringing them into your ethos, your values, and bringing them on to shoots with you, for example, so the clients get to know them and trust them and, build a relationship with them, so that whether it's Sam or somebody who works with Sam, we're not actually bothered. We know what we get and we know the standards are the same through and through.
What I asked before when the camera was off is that I don't know how to articulate what's in my brain. I know how to make viral content for businesses and creators and influencers. I'm not very good at explaining that and teaching someone else who might not know. So I asked Matt, he's obviously used his experience from business to teach other people, but how did you figure out what you did right and what you did wrong and the actual processes and define that in order to teach people?
When you've achieved certain things or you've learned certain things, it all just becomes normal, it all just becomes second nature. So what are your ideal clients' main problems, main things that they don't understand, main things that they need solutions to? And each one, that's your content. Ben, do you have an ETA?
10 to 11.
10 to 11, okay. The person I'm meeting's asked if we can get there a bit earlier, so I'll just say we'll see what we can do, but it's not guaranteed, is it, with London traffic? We are almost there. Timing wise, we're about on the money. What I am worried about right now is the time between the first meeting, getting to the studio, getting changed, and then starting the first podcast. We have not got a lot of time, it's very tight.
That's the thing, it's not a long distance. I think it's only a couple of miles when we've booked it, but a couple of miles.
But it was saying on maps 30 minutes.
Yeah, in that traffic is.
And also that was our time to get lunch. Sorry.
So we're going to starve.
I don't think we'll die anytime soon. I have had an early start where comfortable clothes was a requirement, and now I'm about to see my very wealthy mentor. I'm not getting dressed up, but the least I could do is put some jeans on.
What are you going to say to her if she sees this?
Hiya. People, this is Ben from Privilege Executive Hire. Go check them out. They've driven us all the way from Blackpool to London. Mate, safe travels back. Thank you so much. All the best. Let's go. I'm just in the foyer. Need to go. It's literally now my session. You alright?
Yeah, I'm alright.
Let's see you. Please, this is Sam.
Hi.
We literally just landed now.
Have you?
Yeah, sorry. We would have been earlier. We had a driver from Blackpool.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So you've made a lot of money very quickly, brilliant, but we've not thought about a marketing budget. We've just gone, oh, this is a good opportunity, let's do this thing.
Yeah.
And we can't work like that anymore.
Yeah.
So now we have to start thinking of it as a business. Pretend that you are not the business for a minute.
Yeah.
You're the CEO of this business that's over here. You now need to be starting to make some decisions about the business. And that means budgeting, a marketing budget, a travel budget, a staff budget, all of those things. Now, we're not going to do it from where you are now. We're going to strategically look at how much money you will bring in in 2026 and make decisions based on the you then. So in 2026, you're expecting to make 7 figures. Have you, first off, worked out how that's coming in?
Yeah, so 300 people in the membership. The event would need to sell out, the 2-day event, which would bring in revenue of, I think, 250-ish. But the key one was to do one big course launch, and for that to do 500,000. That was the big one to do later in the year. We've got the mastermind on top, which I think's done over 110.
I'm just thinking, you don't really have an evergreen right now. Like if someone came up to you today and said, I want to work with you, you could only offer one-to-one. So we need something else that because you can't do one-to-one forever.
No.
That's already a proven model. You've done it, you've got 20 people in, you sounded a bit surprised by it, which means that if you put more effort in, you can get a lot more than that. What about just turning that to an evergreen model? The next time we meet in December, we need to look properly at mapping out 2026.
What would you say defines the difference between marketing budget, visibility budget and networking? Because I feel like they're all doing this similar thing.
Networking is the people that you're going to be around. It's not necessarily for sales, it's for you as well as that. Marketing is advertising, so anything that you are using Facebook ads for, standing on a stage, that kind of thing goes into that budget. Your resources kind of budget is more like any courses you might have to do, or if you need someone to do it for you, so someone to set up your funnels, that's going to come into the resources budget. If you properly sit down and go, okay, if I know this amount of money is coming in, what percentage of that can I spend on these things? You can do it before the money comes in because you'll have good cash flow along the year. This is why I want you to have an evergreen, because what we don't want is for you to go, well, I've made a load of money in this launch, now that's all gone on the things, all the marketing and stuff I wanted to spend, so now I can't spend anything else until the next launch. Remember how far you've come. I think sometimes you go really far and you're on a momentum track, and so you're like, I need to do more, I need to do more. It's all right to breathe and pause and go, actually, let's work stuff out. Let's look at the team. Let's look at the budget. Let's look at where the ROI is so far. It's all right to evaluate. And nothing bad is going to happen if you don't do anything for a week. And I think sometimes we feel like, I've not been seen for a week. I need to do something. It doesn't. No one notices. And you'll burn out if you keep doing 2 o'clock in the mornings. Because also, one of the most important things is your health. And you're really healthy now, but so was I when I first started. And then you can really easily health up from just going, because it's exciting.
I think I've gone down burnout territory because it wasn't like this. Like, it is exciting.
It's exciting.
I am loving it. Genuinely. Even though I feel physically tired, mentally and emotionally I feel good.
Just keep regulating the nervous system, because even though your body is, your head is loving it, your body won't be. I loved it. That's why I carried on and on and on. I loved it. I was like, you're everywhere all the time. I love it. My body did not love it. You know, if you haven't got an Aura ring, buy an Aura ring. Let's just check your HRV.
Don't want to look.
Yeah, we want to check that all the measures are good, so that you know, so that you can be prepared and you can be doing the right things that you need to be doing, because we don't want a 40-year-old
that looks 60.
Yeah, and then ill Matt.
Where's Helen? Where did she go? We literally got no time whatsoever. Let me ring her. I wonder if she's gone to the... Oh no, it says she's unavailable. She always has this thing on her phone, so we can never ever ring her. Which I don't blame her, to be fair. Why would anyone want me ringing them all the time? Right now, it's 40 minutes and it's a 35-minute drive, and I need to get there, get changed, think about what I'm doing. But why is she not replying to her message? Helen? Helen? Is she actually there? Oh, she is. I'm trying to ring you. We've literally got no time. Workshop Street, I think it was, wasn't it? We're going to get there with 10 minutes to spare if it comes now. Come on. Bloody Uber. My God, pick up in 11 minutes. That is not okay.
Yeah, right.
I'm tired. We are literally, it's in another couple of minutes, but it's now 1:05. We're supposed to be starting recording at 1:30, and this is a 35-minute drive. And I'm tired. And I need a minute where it says I've arrived. I hope it's not that. I'm not travelling in that. LM25. Let's go, 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 go. Quick, quick. Wait, I should probably put this in first. Moving. Oh, I dropped the mic. This is not going well. Oh, ETA, 28 minutes. We're going to have 2 minutes to spare. So actually, we're laughing.
You said you wanted a minute.
I get 2.
Spoiling
What am I moaning about? We haven't had lunch though.
No, we haven't had lunch. I'll nip out and get stuff.
Biggest bag in the world. Oh no, Mecca let us in. Not in use. For pod shop buzzer on opposite.
The other door.
Thank you. We're in.
What drinks do you want?
Could I have maybe like a orange Lucas, but like a fizzy one?
Okay.
know it's not the best, but
What do you want on a sandwich? Chicken?
that's fine.
Bacon?
Hello, Trouble.
You right?
Had a nice piss?
Yeah, it was the best. Thanks.
That's a good start. Come on in. How was your travel?
Yeah, fine. It's not far from me, is it?
So, welcome to the podcast, Natalie Mackenzie. Talk about your story, but also what you do and why you do it.
Yeah.
Second half is you deliver my atrocious results of everything wrong with my brain and my life. Break them down and whatever your thing is there with that, and obviously the lessons we can all learn from it. And then if we can do some of the shocking stuff around sleep, and then
Carry around with
fab. Yeah. This is Natalie, everybody.
So, your scores in verbal short-term memory, which are that digit span one, so how many numbers can you remember? Your visuospatial working memory and your visual spatial processing. So take note there are two things that are to do with how your brain processes the things that it sees, are lower than we'd expect in someone in their 30s.
Okay.
So,
if you have not watched the episode with Nat, we did something that we've never done before. These are my results from a cognitive assessment that I did, which was an in-depth, it was like nearly an hour long, and live on the podcast, Nat has just gone through these and given me my results basically, where my weaknesses are, what I need to improve. Genuinely, it is have to make changes in my life. I am worried that I'll just keep going, and I can't afford to. This is too important.
I know that as well, and I still find it hard, but it's having that accountability and that reminder, and it's almost like having things like this to go back to. And I do think you need to take stock and stop sometimes, and again, I know how hard that is, and I still struggle with it, but it has to be a non-negotiable.
How's your day been?
It's been long. I've had no breaks really, but really, really fulfilling, great work. Although, the person we've just had on gave me a brain assessment, so I had to do a cognitive test and gave me the results live on the podcast.
No.
And basically everything I've done today is wrong. You should listen to the episode. It's she covers stuff that I shouldn't be drinking this, everything's wrong. That's as much as I've been able to eat in my foot long, but we need to crack on, so there we go.
So you have to be relentless and just keep going, play the no game, wait for the yes, build relationships, just keep going, because it is really hard. I had a cash flow roller coaster that first year because we took on 9 properties in the first year.
Wow.
So I would take one on, spend money and have nothing in the bank, and then I'd need to pay my bills and my landlord, then my tenants would start paying rent, so I'd have money again. Then I'd take on another property, invest in that, and I was just like, I'm terrible at business. This is terrifying. And I was in a business community at the time, and I remember opening up to someone saying, I feel like I'm failing at business. This cash flow thing is awful. And they just went, that's normal, me too. And everyone I spoke to with a business went, that's normal. The cash flow roller coaster, especially in the first 12, 18 months.
Yeah.
Don't know if you find this with you and your clients, but everyone went, yeah, I've experienced that.
When you're in that growth period, it takes investment, right?
Yeah.
And so I guess hearing somebody say that then just makes you go,
yeah, okay.
I'm okay. Because we don't always have that, do we? When we start
No.
businesses, whatever kind of business it is, quite often you're a bit on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, starting my business 15 years ago, back then, I didn't really know of podcasts or mentors or courses or anything like that. It was just learning through doing. And when you're going through cash flow issues, just like you said, you go, I must be bad at business. Maybe it's a me problem. And I think that brings the point there about how valuable having support and communities and other mentors and things like that can be, right?
100%, yeah.
That was such an inspiring conversation.
Yeah, it was good.
Are you happy?
I am happy. I love a podcast. Yeah. And we talked about a lot.
We covered a lot.
We did cover a lot.
So make sure you check it out. And now you go and enjoy your dinner.
Cabaret.
And a bit of cabaret. What time is it now?
A little break.
But you know what? It's been such a good day.
Yeah.
We've had some really good episodes.
Yeah.
And you're our final word.
I appreciate you
you're
squeezing me in.
You're the grand finale.
This is my 3rd podcast today, so it's all good as well. I've just been running around podcasting as well. Just where I am, just for context. So I exited 2 years ago from the business, made a load of money, wonderful news.
Yeah.
I've had a quiet 2 years, just decompressing, being with the kids, like falling in love with my wife again after like all this time running a business. And only now am I starting to raise profile. I have a following on LinkedIn of about 30,000 odd, but everything else is brand new. So like no one's really, from an entrepreneur perspective, not many people have heard of me before. So like the earlier ones I'm doing is really interesting because there's so much story to tell and like information to give and tips and all that. But I haven't really got the chance to say it before. I can give you some real deep stuff on that because it's.
That's what I want.
Yeah, well, let's go into that.
Let's go deep.
We go deep.
We might even start there. I don't know. We'll just see.
Yeah, start at the end. But yeah, actually, I have really profound feelings on like love and money and warmth and all that sort of stuff. Let's get in there. Let's do it.
Stop talking.
Let's do it. It's all right. I've been chatting this all day. It's all fine. But we get it in. Well, the one thing I can say for all those founders that are just grinding and trying to get there, I promise, when you get your payday and you leave, it is as everything you hope it's going to be.
Really?
It is a magical, magical place.
Tell us that moment then.
Wow, crikey. The moment is you open your bank account and there's 8 figures in your bank account and you're like, actually, this is what I worked for. This is why I sacrificed everything I did. This is why I got up when I did, why I missed my kids, while I broke off with my friends. This was the moment that I was waiting for. On the day we did the exit, we had a photographer there. So I have photographs of us all like jumping on each other's back because, yes, I made a decent exit myself, but I had a team of 15 people that we also got 8 figures for, that was split between them, the senior management team that had joined on the journey.
Wow. And how did that feel, being able to do that?
Money can create guilt really easily. Yeah. And actually, so when you can look around and go, fuck, it's not just me. They've just paid off their mortgage. They're going on that dream holiday they've always wanted. He can finally buy the car he's been telling me about for all that time. Oh, man. That's so special. And you created it. But look, they worked their ass off for you. You pushed them hard. Sometimes you weren't nice to them because you were really highly strung as an entrepreneur. But that is so special. And you know what? I know it takes a business to sell that. You cannot create that. There's no amount of money you could spend that creates that feeling. And that day where we did it, which is just 2 years ago yesterday, was just so special. And the fact we have a photographer and it's like they're all jumping on my back, and I got them all a Mr. Men book and I wrote in it, and I just wrote a little note about them. So I bought the whole Mr. Men series and Little
and
Miss.
You allocated each
one. One, and then I wrote a note and I was like, oh, this is why you're like this or whatever. And it was just my little way of saying thank you. I don't know what will happen from here. Like, to some degree, it's not my responsibility now. But without you, we couldn't have gone on the journey. So
that's just literally made me feel really emotional.
Yeah,
just
it was.
Hearing that, because that's the moment I guess everybody dreams of. And also, there's something which I'm sure you'll go into now about, what is success if it's not shared?
Yes.
And being able to, I'm sure, just the little snapshot you've given us there of the work that goes into it, and for the whole team.
Yeah. Yeah.
What a special thing to be able to do. Literally, I cannot tell you how much energy I've got from just having the most incredible conversations with those 3 people. I know it sounds like I'm just being dramatic, but I am so grateful, excited, proud of us, of everything we're doing, because obviously today's exhausting. Obviously we've had absolutely no sleep whatsoever, but I cannot tell you how many pinch me moments I've had today that we actually get to do this.
I know. It's amazing. And it's mad thinking we're probably on 3.5 hours sleep and I'm not tired.
Are you not?
I'm buzzing. No, I'm fine.
I need these episodes to get out now. I need people to hear these conversations. The knowledge, the wisdom, the experience, the inspiration, the motivation. There's so much in there that this sounds really over the top that can actually change people's lives.
That I'm really excited to see that episode with that, because she's given you your results to your test live in the recording, hasn't she? Which I'm really, really excited to see that and to hear what come from that.
Over time, this increases vulnerability to cognitive decline, mood imbalances, and even raises risk for early onset, often decades before any symptoms will appear.
I mean, that's quite frightening, really.
Bad.
Yeah, really bad. And it also shows that this isn't something that you can just ignore. This is something that you are going to actively have to look at your lifestyle and put things into play to make sure that gets addressed.
And then there's basically a load of saying that I might die soon, and I'm right, because I've got a real dilemma, because the Natalie thing is a very real thing. I think all I've got to do, very simply, is prioritise getting a few more hours sleep a night. If I can do that one thing, that one change, that will go a long way. I've already taken out
a lot of artificial sweeteners, in particular the Monster drinks. That was a huge one that I've got rid of. I just need to sleep a bit more. But other than that, I don't want to change too much, because look at how I feel on a Friday night, still working, still creating content, still having debriefs and conversations and planning and being innovative and creative and talking about what we can do with this vlog and all the things that we speak about. Look at how this feels, and it's like, tell me to not do that or go slower or have more breaks when I feel this much clarity and energy and focus would be so counterintuitive to the mission right now. The problem is the entrepreneurship style, if you want to call it, mindset, is that we enjoy playing the game. And the game is high stakes, high pressure, high risk, fast paced. That is the game we enjoy. So to tell us it's unhealthy, it's a real difficult one. And I liken it to the people obsessed with the gym. If they absolutely love that process and that grinding it out, even though it's not optimal health, it's what they live for. Take away what someone lives for, then that is detrimental to mental health and overall health. I just feel so lucky, and it does make me feel emotional thinking about, I really hope I'm not doing major damage, because I'm like, I want to do this forever. I do hate to read that and know that there's a cost that's potentially a horrible cost. I am like genuinely really happy. And I don't want to sacrifice my happiness for the now, but I also don't want to not be able to do this for a long time.
We can't deny that there's definitely overdoing it sometimes, right?
Who's not overdoing something in some way? So some people are overdoing it on the takeaways. Too much junk food, just making excuses about that. Other people smoking, other people alcohol, other people just their brains in cognitive decline, because the most they live is through what the storyline on Emmerdale and Coronation Street Neighbours is like, and they're just being fed drama and death and the news, and their brains are cognitively declining because of that's what they're feeding their brain. At least I'm feeding my brain things that light me up, that genuinely feel like they're making a difference, that I'm passionate about, that excite me, that create good impact, that are positive, that's inspiring. Like, I might be cognitively declining because of that. But in other news, I've got one of the nicest rooms in the hotel, and there's a bath. You've got a bath.
I've got a bath.
And I'm absolutely fuming. I know I've done an entire tangent, but I'm actually fuming that I want a bath. She's got a bath, I ain't got a bath. But there you go, that's what's now bothering my brain. I've definitely got ADHD, haven't I?
Yeah.
Is it actually a thing?
I think so.
I just want to say thank you so much, honestly, for everybody watching this. This has been a little bit of a bonkers couple of days. But I hope through seeing this, you've maybe seen that, yes, it's hard. Yes, there's not been a lot of sleep. Yes, we've been doing a lot, but equally at the heart of it, we love what we do. And my hope for this is, I hope it's entertaining and it's not boring. I hope it's interesting, but I really hope you can take genuine insights, value, information that is useful for you to go and implement in your business. And ultimately, I hope you can take the inspiration that you don't need to have all the right jargon and everything figured out and be perfect. You can just be a normal, slightly weird person from Bradford or Blackpool or St Helens or Liverpool or wherever it is that you're from. And as long as you've got drive, ambition and passion and care for what you do, really, the sky is the limit. And I really want you to believe that. I want you to feel that. And I want to make sure that you keep coming back for more of that juice. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you join us next week on the vlog. And make sure you watch the episode with Nat, where you find out what's really going on in my head. It's not pretty. Right, I'm off to sleep just to prove. See, I do go to sleep. How would you get in this?
See, you can't even get in bed without me. This is the life.
See, I do know how to get in the... Oh no, I've made a right mess. Right, come on, spoon me.
Night, Matt.
Come on. Right, does it look like I'm sleeping?
Yeah.
Right, can I get back up now and get back to work?
Yeah.
To that.